This next part of tonight's event will be the presentation of awards.
She is also a professor at MMY.
Some of you may have not realized this, but accepting the invitation to tonight's event granted you an opportunity to be a recipient of one of the 3 awards that will be given. Some of our MMY board members will be presenting the awards. Luaya Buzahra will be presenting the first award that will be given to an organization who we felt was most distinctive in their services, as well as one of the most deserving. An organization who helped people despite their background and took on a difficult issue that many people disregard when thinking of others. Anas Haj Hussein and Sireen Chamdeen will be presenting the second and third awards that will be given to 2 individuals who went above and beyond in their community to help everyone around them that needed it. Sometimes people do amazing work like these particular individuals, and there aren't many people around to realize and appreciate the worth of their work. It was a very hard decision trying to choose for all 3 of these awards. We even ended up having a tie between 2 people for the Person of the Year awards, so we have a tie. Despite these awards, everyone here deserves to be recognized for their amazing work. If we could, we would award every single one of you here tonight. I mean, look around. Do you not think everyone around here deserves an award for everything they've done? Yes. I do. But nevertheless, please welcome Luaya Buzahra presenting the first award for the organization. Could I also get the board members to come up to the stage, please?
There are so many ways to help individuals in our community, whether it's lending a hand to those who are in need or providing a safe place for the night. This specific organization helps those who are victims to domestic violence, and their mission is to prevent violence to the victims and empower survivors. They also do a number of things that are overlooked by this community. According to their statistics, 1 in every 4 women will experience domestic violence in their lifetime, most of which will go unrecorded. 30 to 60% of those perpetrators are intimate partners. Children who witness violence in their homes are at risk of transmitting this violence behaviors to the next generation. This organization does not simply help those who are directly affected by domestic violence, sexual assault. They go above and beyond to help prevent violence in the near future. This organization doesn't simply help those change the lives of victims and survivors, but the entirety of our community. On behalf of the Murfreesboro Muslim Youth, I would like to present this first award to the Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault Shelter.
I had no idea when we were asked to come tonight that we were in for an award, and we so appreciate the support of this community and the support of the Muslim Youth Group. Thank you so much.
Look at all these smiling faces. I'm honestly just so happy to be up here, and I'm honored and humbled. Thank you. This individual began serving the Murfreesboro Pole Patrol in August of 2015. It was immediately clear that deep down, he'd found his calling. As an archaeologist who spends his time restoring old cemeteries, it was apparent that this man possessed a kind heart set on restoring the weathered and neglected. He chooses to see the true beauty behind most places people overlook, and the true value of each bond of friendship around him. In the past year, he befriended someone most people would be hesitant to associate with. Reason being, it required him to go above and beyond to help someone he had only just met. He saw to it that his new friend be well fed, have clean clothes, access to a clean shower, and medical care. He even helped him get his Social Security income started, allowing for the opportunity to financially support a path back to having a roof over his head. By now, everyone probably already knows who I'm talking about. Murfreesboro can be proud of the outstanding service that Dan so effortlessly bestows upon our wonderful city every single day. In his own words, justice can be defined as returning something to someone that was lost. With the poor, needy, and marginalized, this often includes the loss of basic human rights, such as companionship, education, and the ability to keep a family together. Wholesome food to eat, health care for the mind and body. So long quote. We are brothers or sisters, keepers, so seek justice, love mercy, and walk humbly. Allow yourself to love often and deeply. Listen with the intent of understanding, cause no harm, and do not fear. Very well put, very well put. It's one thing to be able to speak so graciously. However, it takes a special kind of person to be a testament to their own guidance by their own way of life. And you, sir, are no exception. Please help me in giving a warm, warm welcome to the stage, Dan Allen Summers.
This is absolutely overwhelming, and I didn't expect this at all. But you know, love, and love until you can't love anymore, and then love some more. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Our lives begin at the end. The end of the day, we stay silent about things that matter." The person awarded as this year's Distinguished Award Service decided over 10 years ago that they were not going to be silent if someone needed them, and began the journey to create a group of compassionate people who are committed to change the world, one life at a time. She believes that human rights is a precious gift from God, fights for those who have no strength, and is the voice of those who have no words. She trumps over evil by speaking godly life into broken hearts. Through this, people gain freedom from bondage and become a rich part of our community. We tend to think human trafficking is a foreign issue and not something that could happen in our own community, but it does. Her ministry has worked endlessly, day and night, for years, to build personal relationships that are safe, non-threatening, non-judgmental, and enabling, and Christian-like with those chained in human trafficking by providing hundreds of meals weekly in areas most vulnerable. Through those hands, hope is given, trust is built, and freedom is one step closer. On behalf of the Murfreesboro Muslim Youth, I am pleased to award our friend Candy Carter for her amazing work.
This is an incredible honor, and I certainly cannot receive this without giving honor to the one who truly deserves it, because it is him that causes me to do anything that I do. So, what a privilege and an honor to be here with you all tonight. Thank you.
So we do have one more award or present for someone. The Murfreesboro Muslim Youth wrote a letter to Abdurrahman Fatia. The letter says, "We just wanted to thank you for your endless time and efforts that you give every day to help every single person around you who needs it. You inspire us, motivate us, help us grow, bring us closer to God, and above all, help shape us into the people we aspire to become. I've never met someone so selfless, kind, supportive, and hardworking. It's a blessing from God to have such an amazing role model right at our doorstep. On behalf of all the Murfreesboro Muslim Youth here today, thank you so much. Please never stop being you and keep doing all that you do. You're very much appreciated."
Thank you so much. Well, they were supposed to get ice cream after this. It's not going to happen now. I'm better because of you. It's very simple. What I do every day is it's a privilege for me, not for anybody else. It's not something I would expect or deserve thanks for, in my opinion. Each one of you shape who I am. Those who criticize me and those who compliment me, those who walk with me and those who push me back. It's a combination of all of it that makes us who we are. and we have to embrace all of them. The biggest lesson I've learned working with the youth, you have to keep going. If one of them show up, or 10 of them show up, or all of them show up, and you have to continue to do what you preach. If you stop, there's be no point. But I go back to what I started, I'm better because of you guys. I'm nothing without you guys. Thank you so much for this, and I'm hoping, I'm praying that 20 years from now, each one of you will be 100 times better than I am. Thank you.